Finding answers instead of another one to blame. Negative thoughts erase back to where they came. You can do it, you can do it, you got everything to gain. Traces of my grandmother etched in my brain. That kind of loss will make you go insane, but I go through it. Nothing's impossible, just do what you got to do. The first step's the hardest, after that they not stopping you. The motivation had a lighter. I was a flame, you added to the fire. Reaching for the things that I desire. If you aspire to take it higher, then your passion I admire. But I'm still staying focused. The way the haters swarm, symbolic a pack of lotus. I tell them no, that's when life can be demanding. But then I look down and I see I'm still standing up.
Can't fail if you try, baby, no, no, no. Won't change this, no, won't stop this. No, the confidence grows. That's motivational, that's motivational, motivational.
Yo, I used to be in situations where I'd freeze. Man, I mean, I was stiffer than a mannequin. My best friends were telling me to breathe. And if it's not for you, then you should think about your family. Nieces looking after me, father understanding me. Couldn't let them see their uncle shaking like a tambourine. Watching all my actions, deciphering how I handle things. I see pieces of me and I'm like that sampling. Look, I'm saying find your inspiration. When the sky's the limit, stop looking down at the pavement. That's pavement. You should know just what you're worth. Rewards will come in if you're willing to do the work. And I know that it might seem like a lot. Be a bottom feeder or eat up at the top. This an everyday struggle. The hustle never stops. Might as well give it everything you got. Give it.
Can't fail if you try, baby. No, no, no. Won't change this. No, won't stop this. No, the confidence grows. That's motivational. That's motivational. Motivational. Can't fail if you try, baby. No, no, no. Won't change this. No, won't stop this. No, the confidence grows. That's motivational. That's motivational. Motivational.
They say you can do more by saying less. One foot in front of the other, that's baby steps. I may be stressed, but I see the truth. My mom's did it with 5 kids, what's your excuse? And I got friends with 2 jobs, they go to school. Struggling to pay bills, but they know it's cool. Often no sleep, doing the sensational. Looking at them all week, that's motivational.
Can't fail if you try, baby, no, no, no. Won't change this, no, won't stop this. No, the confidence grows. That's motivational, that's motivational, motivational. Can't fail if you try, baby, no, no, no. Won't change this, no, won't stop this. No, the confidence grows. That's motivational, that's motivational, motivational. Can't fail if you try, baby, no, no, no. Won't change this, no, won't stop this. No, the confidence grows. That's motivational, that's motivational, motivational.
Yo.
Alright, what's up everybody? If you can't tell by the tear-down destruction that is of my wheelbase, the rabbit plate, we are building a new base. We are building a new wheelbase here. We are just basically using some exterior 4-inch screws, some lag bolts for seat sliders. We have two 5-foot sections of 2x4, a bunch of 18-inch sections of 2x4s, and some 2x6s for upwards angles. So we're going to be building a new base, so I'm going to go through kind of the steps on how I'm building it and give you guys an idea of the new base, the new setup with seat sliders and everything that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to get the plans, show you guys a quick rough drawing of it, and then we'll get to building. So this is kind of the rough idea of what we're doing. It's a very simple style design, very rough sketch. Of course, we're going to have another bar going down from here to here for support and stuff like that. So basically we're going to build the base, and then I'll kind of explain it after I put it together, and then I'll go step by step explaining, you know, all the ins and outs about it and everything that you would need other than screws, screwdriver and drill, and wood, because we're building this out of wood. We're probably either going to stain it, wood burn it, paint it, not sure. We're just going to get it assembled first, and then we got to get everything all hooked back up so we can get back to sliding. Alright, so we got the base pretty much put together. We just added our 18-inch section in between our two 5-foots and two 18-inch flats that are flipped sideways so that we can actually mount our Corbeau seat sliders, which will go straight to our Energy Innovation seat. So we're going to get these mounted in and get the seat set up, and then work on the upper brace for the actual wheel and pedal placement and stuff like that. Alright, so we got the NRG seat mounted onto our base with our seat sliders, so now we have movement, you know, back and forward for shorter drivers. Now we're working on pedal placement, and the simple pedal placement, we're doing floor mount pedals. So I'm going to be using some more 18-inch pieces and putting them at an angle so that I can raise the pedals up at an angle, and screwing them down onto those, and then probably putting a board underneath so it's not sitting on the ground. So that's what we're doing for the pedals. So I'm going to get them mounted up and angled up, and then I will come back to you guys, show you guys exactly how I did it, and we'll go from there. NRG seat, nice seat sliders. So now we got full movement in our seat forward and back, so we're good to go. Alright, so we got pedals mounted at an angle based. We basically took two more 2x4s and screwed them right in 18 inches long, just like the back crossbar and everything. Mounted the bottom one lower to the ground, screwed it in on the sides, mounted the other one a little bit angled up to give the pedals a little bit of an arc for the floor mount pedals. So the Fanatec pedals are all mounted, seats all mounted, sliders good to go. Next is to get our wheelbase mounted up. So we're going to have to basically mount that to our crossbar first, and then we're taking 2x6s and doing an angle to give us that angle part to mount the base on there, so you have leg room to sweep in. Of course, we'll put a brace on there too. So we're going to go with the next step. We're going to get that thing mounted up, and we're going to continue this project. So just like I said, quick overview. Base is all together, 2x4s, 2x4s on the seat sliders and on the pedal mounts for floor mount pedals. And we're going to go to the next step, which is getting this wheel mounted. The most time consuming part is getting the angle right and the feel of where I want it to sit. But we're going to go through that, and we will continue this build on our new sim base with our energy seats, and we're going to go with that. Alright, so we got angle pieces mounted at a degree that I felt was comfortable for my wheelbase. They're not going to be this long. These are going to get cut down once I actually set the base in between where I want it to be with my knees, and then that will what will hold it up. This will be, like I said, a lot shorter, so it'll be easier to get in, and you won't have to worry about it. I may have to angle it up a little bit higher so that it's not as small of a V here, but this is the trial and error where I gotta kind of change the angle of things and figure out where it fits. So we're gonna keep going, figure out where I want to put it at, and then go from there. Alright, so we made a good amount of progress on it. Just to show you what I did two 2x6s screwed down on the bottom, angled upwards, and then a 2x6 across, just screwed in two sides for the wheel to mount onto. And it is angled backwards, so I don't have to use the riser, so the wheel is sitting how I want it to sit. The hardest part of, I believe, this build is to get the angling of this 2x6 where you want it in proportion to, you know, your seating placement. So this is how we have it set now. We have two braces here to keep it from make it a little bit more sturdy, but it actually works really well. So this was the basic design. We're gonna do a little bit more work to it, but this is the hardest part, is getting the angle for these up braces for the wheelbase. Basically, you just want to put one screw in there and kind of move it up and down. It's sitting in there trying to get it, you know, where you want it, just moving up and down. You might need a second hand to do it. But so far, this is what the base looks like as of the moment. We're going to keep working on it, and I'll show you guys more once I get more built into it. Alright, so we got all the Fanatec stuff finally mounted up onto it, kind of in position where I want it. We got the handbrake right up top by the wheel, shifted down the bottom on basically a little console, nothing major, just a 1x6 and some 2x6s up against it, screwed to the whole base. So just a quick overview, we had our base, which is 18 inches wide by 5 inches long, or 5 feet long. And then the angle parts are going to be different height based on your position where you want it to have, you know, seating position and angle and all that. So these will be whatever length you feel fit comfortable for you. And we just have our Fanatec mounted. You can mount any type of wheel there, G920, clamp it on there, whatever, G29, whatever you have. And we did some angle bracing to keep it from sagging up and down. And then of course we have our pedals mounted, which you can mount other pedals this way as well. So basically this is the new sim base. I do have to now take all the hardware and Fanatec stuff off it to finalize it with staining it and maybe doing some custom work on it. Well, not myself, my buddy. And then do wire tucking and making all the wire nice and clean and hiding it on there. We're also adding a brace here for a monitor mount, which I had ordered, which I'll show you guys in another video, of course, once I finalize this whole thing. But I just wanted to bring this video to you guys to show you guys on the new base, how I built it, and so you guys can build your own base like this if you want. Very solid, very sturdy, super excited about it. Can't wait to get sideways on it, but that's going to be in another video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you tap that like button, subscribe. I do appreciate all the support. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All of you found the fit in the Instagram links and everything down there below. So as always, we will Rabbit. I'll see you guys on the next one.